From the Teague Center on the campus of Abilene Christian University, it's Southland Conference Volleyball. We welcome you into the Teague Center. It's the ACU Wildcats playing host to the McNeese Cowgirls. Again, welcome into ESPN Plus and Southland Conference Volleyball. I'm Andy Penny alongside Carrie Johnston as we get you ready for this one. It's already conference play on a season that's been moved from the fall into the spring. Let's jump right into conference, and we've got a great matchup today, ACU and McNeese.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this matchup. There's been a lot of really great expectations hopping into this, so I'm excited to jump in.
No doubt about it. The Wildcats are 2-2 on the young season, or have played 4 games. They're 1-1 in conference play. McNeese 2-0, both of those conference plays in conference play, and they are led carried by Reagan Steiwalt.
Yeah, Steiwalt has had a really great season so far, 35 kills in just her 2 games played, so I would keep a really good eye on her, and hopefully she'll lead, for McNeese's sake, that they lead this team to victory.
She is a senior outside hitter at 5'11", and again leads this team at the net. For the Wildcats, it's a young roster, just one senior on the roster, but the senior, she's a great one. It's Caitlin Mueller, the 6-foot senior outside hitter.
So far, 72 kills on the season in her 4 games, and she's played really well so far. I was sort of keeping an eye on her whenever the season was first going to start up. I had a chance to interview her. She was great, and I'm really excited to continue to see her play, get better, and as the season goes on.
As Caitlin Mueller again will be the one that Coach Angela Mooney will look to for this Wildcat roster. As ACU again comes in at 2-2, they're 1-1 in conference play, Southland Conference play. McNeese 2-0 on the young season. They are 2-0. Both of those games in Southland Conference play. It's a McNeese team that is very senior-led. As you look at their roster, many juniors and seniors, they'll have the experience over an ACU Wildcat team that is predominantly freshmen and sophomores. McNeese there in the yellow, off to a good start again, as we said, at 2-0. They'll be a great team that ACU takes on today in McNeese State.
Yes, for sure. This is going to be a really big test for the young Wildcat teams. They're so far, again, 2-2. They have a lot to prove, and they need to. Coach Angela Mooney is also under a lot of pressure this season, so it's going to be very important for this Wildcat team, despite their being young, being able to prove themselves today and be able to beat this older roster. That
was McNeese you saw in the yellow. Here is ACU being introduced in the gray. McNeese 2-0, their wins versus Southeastern Louisiana. They swept that in 3 games. They then beat Nichols in a 5-game match. That was on Saturday, this past Saturday, February the 6th. This is their first road trip, first time away from the friendly confines of McNeese here on the road for ACU. For the Wildcats, they were able to get in 2 non-conference games, traveled this past week with 2 games in conference as they beat Incarnate Word in San Antonio. That a 5-game win, but they're coming off a loss on the road against Corpus Christi. They lost that in 4 sets.
Yeah, definitely. They had a little bit of trouble in that game, so I fully expect them to try to be bouncing back today and try to come out on top of this one.
Their 2 non-conference games were against UT Arlington. They split those against the Lady Mavericks, losing the first, winning the second, then on the road, now back home. So this is the 3rd time that ACU has been on the home floor, the temporary home floor of the Teague Center. Of course, Moody Coliseum under renovation. This is the 1-year temporary home for the Wildcats here at the Teague Center. As the starting lineups have made their way out on the floor, getting the last-minute high fives in. Nice crowd has made its way in on a blistery cold day here in Abilene, Texas. Temperatures down in the 20s, so it's good to see people get out to support the Wildcats. There's the head coach, Angela Mooney, in her 4th season under the leadership of the Wildcats. And Christy Porter for McNeese in her 1st season in play. A compliment to Coach Mooney and their staff, just all of the things that they've had to endure this season. Normally play a fall schedule. They've had to move into the spring, and they've done a great job of improvising, getting their team ready, getting their team on the floor, which is typically a time for them to be in the off season and in recruiting mode. Here they are right in the middle of a season.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. It's going to be really exciting. Even though it's been a weird season, it's going to be a very exciting one, that's for sure.
So ACU serves to get our match started. Here's a nice tip and a dig for the Wildcats, and the first kill of the afternoon, and a great shot as it comes off of the arm of Braden Bozier, and the Wildcats jump off to a nice lead.
Yeah, that was a really great hit from the middle. Nice quick set from the setter, and ACU was able to capitalize on that.
We played a 25 rally point, best 3 out of 5. The fifth set will go to 15 as McNeese will get their first point here on the hit from the outside. That'll tie us up at 1. McNeese has only dropped 1 game in their first 2 matches. Again, a sweep against Southeastern Louisiana, and then a 4-game win in game number 2. So here's a hit from the left side. That'll find its way down on the side of McNeese. Another point for the Wildcats.
Yeah, really great setup. It was really important for them after that, losing that first point to bounce back, and now here they are going again. So.
Madison Rohr is on the floor for ACU. So here's a hit on the left side. Good dig by the Wildcats. A chance for another point. Hit from the back row, and that one's blocked right in the middle of the floor by McNeese.
That was really good anticipation by McNeese's blocker there. She just was able to read it and had perfect timing on that block and was just able to stuff that ball just straight down.
We are tied at 2 here in the first set. As Andy Shepard, or check that, Jaden Kennedy has checked in for McNeese. There's a dump at the net. McNeese able to get it back over. ACU will reset to the right side. Hit down the line, and that is out. Good attempt down the line. You'll see this block here in just a moment. Good dig by ACU. They try for the back row hit here, but a nice block right there in the center of the floor.
Yeah, you can't really do much about that sort of block just going straight down, and it was really a really great read by McNeese there to get that block.
That was Lauren Burt, the 6'4" junior, with the block. Now here's an attempt out off the back line. 3 points in a row here for the Cowboys. The Cowgirls, I guess I should say, 4-2 now. McNeese leads.
One thing that from watching ACU volleyball, I've seen them struggle with a little bit recently is unforced errors, about hitting balls out, messing up on serve, stuff like that. So it's going to be important for ACU to be able to minimize all those unforced errors.
There's a serve that was long. ACU will get the point and serve again, down 4-3. McNeese on the attack, and a good shot on the left side. The southpaw, I believe that's number 20 with the hit.
Looks like one of ACU's faster serves got hit in the face off of that pass.
And McNeese another point with the kill on the right side. 5-3 our score. McNeese leads here in set number 1. Again, they try to set or serve from deep. So see the jump serve here at 5-3. Good dig by the Wildcats. Good pass for a nice set. Shot from the right side, and great dig to keep the point alive. Now a hit from the back row, and that'll find its way down.
That was a really great pass from ACU there. Number 3, Mackenzie Harris. She's been having a really good season for the Wildcats so far. Right there, ready to get that block.
Brianna Box is in. Kate Blassingham on the floor for the Wildcats as well. Trying to even this thing up, down 5-4. Coach Mooney will set her defense. Serve from the left side of the floor this time, straight down the line. All McNeese can do is send it back over the net. Chance for ACU to tie things up. Dump from the middle of the floor. And McNeese will attack again. Into the back row, that's long. And after 3 consecutive points by McNeese, ACU's answered with 3 consecutive points. We're tied at 5. That's a good dig on the far sideline. And the point for the Wildcats. There's a ball hit deep. Great up by the Wildcats to keep it alive. Hit from the back row off the net. Picked up by the Cowgirls. There's a shot cross court. Looks like it was deep, and another point for ACU.
Like I was saying for ACU, I guess McNeese needs to make sure to keep the ball from going out and reducing unforced errors with hitting ball out, things that they can control to help them try to get back on track.
Sarah Nading is in for ACU. 5'10" freshman. There's a dump over, nice up by ACU. That was Alexis Vaughn. Murray on the attack again from the left side. Dug up again by Vaughn in the back row. Great pass for a set. Hit from the back row, and that's down. The Wildcats finding some rhythm here. That's 5 consecutive points. Their largest lead here at 7-5. And a timeout is taken as well. ACU on a roll, 5 consecutive points. They lead 7-5 here in set number 1. And welcome you back into the Teague Center. It's a 5-point run for ACU. They've opened up a 7-5 lead here in set number 1. Andy Penny alongside Kerry Johnston. Glad you're with us for Southland Conference Volleyball this afternoon. As out of the timeout, McNeese will have a chance to attack, and another great dig from the back row of the Wildcats. McNeese will keep it alive. Here's a shot cross court. It's going to go out of bounds on the near sideline. And the roll continues here. Here's a replay prior to the timeout, and a great kill by Caitlin Mueller from the back row.
So far, Caitlin has been playing really well in this game, and hopefully she keeps on playing well.
Here's McNeese on the attack finally to get the point down, and that will stop the string of 6 straight points.
That was really important for McNeese to do that because AC was starting to get on the roll, starting to get some momentum, so they really need that point there to help stop them.
Bailey Laskowski with the last point, but here's a serve out of bounds. Unforced errors here for McNeese. Already 2 serves that have gone deep and past the back row out of bounds for easy ACU points. They lead 9-6. And now a chance to try to keep that one alive. Good effort on the far side, but Wildcats can't get it down. It's a kill for McNeese. They get 9-7 here in the first game.
One thing I'm going to have to say with for ACU so far we've seen a lot of hustle from them today, especially on the defensive end, trying to get passes that have gone awry.
And now here's another set that goes long, or another serve that goes long. 10-7 ACU. And the thing about rally points in volleyball, if you can keep that lead, just go point for point back and forth, you'll have an opportunity just to keep the other team at arm's length. That's what the Wildcats have done here over the last few points. McNeese now on the attack. Here's a shot into the back corner, but too long, out of bounds, and another point for ACU.
Another unforced error for McNeese. It sounds like we're saying the same thing over and over again, but if they keep this up, I'm not sure how they can bounce back from it.
3 serve errors already, 4 attack errors already for McNeese, and here's another shot that goes long. And the Wildcats in control now, 12-7. And again, in the rally point, if you can extend the lead and keep the other team at arm's length, you're in good shape with even a little room for error here now at 12-7. Good set for the Cowgirls and a good attack down the sideline on the far side.
That was a really good line shot there from McNeese. I didn't get to see the number who that was who hit that, but that was a really nicely well done play.
I think that was Laskowski again. Bailey Laskowski, 6 foot, the outside hitter there on the left side. Wildcats now on the attack. There's one to the left side, and a great shot there, as that was Mueller from the left side, cross court into the deep corner, and the Wildcats keep the 5-point lead.
She's already having a great game so far. 3 kills this set, so if ACU keeps setting her and she'll keep on killing it for him.
Here is a pass over the net. ACU another chance to attack, and actually the pass to set up the set was over the net. McNeese not ready to play it on the net, and it falls carelessly on the McNeese side for another ACU point. 14-8, Wildcats by 6. Another serve, shallow serve, forcing the attackers to play it in the front row. And now good shot there for the Cowgirls to get a point.
That was a really good read by McNeese's offense there, sort of seeing that ACU was getting caught in transition defensively and just getting a shot right there, and the passer for ACU couldn't quite recover in time.
Kendall Gleck is on the floor for the Cowgirls. Here's another serve that goes long. Mackenzie Harris there, you see the libero, the 5'8" sophomore. The libero, of course, wears the opposite colored jersey of the rest of the team, so she's in the black jersey. You see the same for McNeese in the blue jersey. Wildcats a chance to attack again. Good pass right at the net. Good play at the net. And they will call McNeese in the net. A tough play there as both players attacking right at the line. But they'll call McNeese in the net. That was Lauren Burt, the 6'4" junior they call in the net. Well, actually, they've changed that now. And they'll call it on ACU in the net. So 15-10, ACU by 10. Closing in on set number 1. Wildcats with good defense. First block, now a tip and a chance to attack. Great play by the back row. Shot on the near side, blocked. As that was Blassingame trying to sneak one down the near sideline. But blocked at the line. Good job by McNeese to pick up the point.
Good hustle there by ACU, but McNeese was there just ready to have their hands all over that, and that ball just went straight down.
That was Kendall Gleck again with the block. And now an easy kill for McNeese. The pass for ACU off the serve too long, and an easy kill with no blockers out in front.
That is something back in high school that we used to call happy birthday whenever the ball just goes over the net and you just slam it down in their face.
15-12. ACU still by 3, but McNeese trying to sneak back in this thing. Another kill on the far side. Great dig in the back row. ACU another chance to attack. Gleck on the near side. Cross court short. But a nice dig again by McNeese. And now here's a kill shot for ACU. That one's down. It's Braden Bozier, and it is right in the middle.
Really great quick set to the middle, face off with a really good pass, and Bozier just slammed it down.
Bozier's third kill here in set number 1. Now for McNeese, an attempt that goes out on the far side, and ACU back to a 5-point lead here at 17-12. ACU has 7 kills. Mueller has 4. Bozier has the other 3. 7 kills in 20 attempts. McNeese trying to get one back, and they will. Nice shot down the line. Bring it to 17-13. Kendall Gleck has 5 kills for McNeese. Jaden Kennedy has 2. And Lakowski with 1 as well. And that was actually Keely Gwynn with her first as well. 17-13. Come the Wildcats. McNeese able to tip it, keep it alive. And the point down for McNeese. Back-to-back points here.
It looks like McNeese is starting to pick up a little bit of momentum here. So if the Wildcats want to keep their lead and try to win the set, they gotta stop them here.
17-14. Wildcats will have to play one in from the back row. Blassingame puts it on the McNeese side, and now it's down for an ACU point. 18-14.
Looks like one of McNeese's players there. Didn't get to see the number, but it looks like she was in the net. So ACU definitely caught a break on that one.
They'll serve again on the left side of the floor. Serve down the near sideline. McNeese to attack in the middle. ACU now a chance to extend the lead from the back row. And a nice block in the middle for the Cowgirls. As that was number 11. It's Macy Kerpeck with the block. And brings it back to a 3-point game. 18-15, McNeese hanging around, trying to get back in this thing. ACU closing in here on the first set. There's a kill again on the near side. Great job by the Wildcats to keep it alive. Now a shot into the back corner. Oh, got some help from the rafters. It looked like it was going to be a kill for Blassingame, but the rafters helped it and kept it alive. They'll attack again. McNeese able to put one to the far line, but it's out of bounds and too long. And the Wildcats will get the crazy rally points to extend it back to a 4-point lead.
That was some really great hustle by the Wildcats. Being ready and anticipating all those hits.
A point that stayed alive courtesy of the rafters of the Teague Center. There's a pass short, great up. That was by Alexis Vaughn. Now shot blocked, tipped, kept alive. Back onto the Wildcats side. Kill shot, near side, and I believe that was in. That was Mueller on the near side, and it was in. The lead back to 5 at 20-15. And a timeout here as Coach Porter and McNeese want to talk things out, but a great job here by ACU again to keep McNeese at arm's length. You'll see the replay here. Great shot from the back row that's blocked as Mueller went for the back row kill. But Mueller followed that up with a cross-court kill and extended the lead back out to 5.
That was a beautiful hit by Mueller there Just a nice little short cross from the outside and just hit right on the line. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at that.
There's a shot blasting aim from the back row, but then here again on the attack, here's that cross-court kill, and a great kill there by Mueller. She got that down. Her 5th kill in 8 attempts here in the first set. Well, that's a great percentage, a .375 hitting percentage in this first set. ACU with 8 kills and McNeese with 9, but the errors have really hurt McNeese really from the service line. 4 service errors. Those are free points for ACU, and really that's the difference. 4 service errors and a 5-point spread right here as we end the first set.
Yes, definitely. You got to make those serves. Like, I mean, I don't know what else to really say about it. You just got to make those serves because those were just free points for ACU, like you said. So if you give them free points, what else can you really do?
Mackenzie Harris, the 5'8" sophomore on the floor, is the libero. Mueller, Rohr, Blassingame were all in. And now another point for the Wildcats. It's their largest lead of the first set at 21-15. See Brianna Box, who's also in. Sarah Nading, 5'10" freshman, the setter. She's on the floor. Short serve. McNeese able to set things up. Kills attempt dug out. Wildcats, all they can do is play it back over. McNeese, another attack attempt. Not much on that one, and now ACU will attack. Mueller, cross court, dug out in the back row. There's a kill deflected at the net, but down on the ACU side. It's a point for McNeese. As that's Macy Kerpeck, who's listed at 5'8", but looks taller than that from our vantage point. But she'll get the kill.
And there it is again, another missed serve by McNeese, just to the outside, and that just seems like that's the thing that's been hurting them a lot this set.
Braden Bozier has checked back in the rotation. Logan Browning, the 5'2" sophomore, is on the floor. So dig one up there, and here come the Wildcats. Mueller will get that one off a deflection and out of bounds on the McNeese side. It's another point. 2 points away from taking set number 1. 23-16, their largest lead. And again, here in Rally Point, it's so difficult for a team to come back from this type of deficit with just 2 points to spare. Really just 1 point, I guess, to spare at 23. Mueller on the attack, left side, blocked, but deep and out. It's set point here for the Wildcats at 24-16.
The Wildcats have all the momentum right now. They've been building up. For the whole entirety of the set, and now hopefully it's going to come to fruition for them.
Harris to serve on set point here in set number 1. The attack goes into the net. It's point Wildcats. Set number 1 goes to the home team. 25-16. Great start for the Wildcats. We'll take the timeout. Set number 2 coming up. And back on the campus of ACU. Seeing a look at Celebration Hall. ACU wins the first set 25-16. We'll move into set number 2. Glad you're with us today on ESPN Plus and Southland Conference Volleyball. Andy Penny alongside Carrie Johnston. And Carrie, a great first set for ACU.
Yeah, ACU got off to a really strong start, and with that strong start, they just kept going and kept building on that momentum, and they played really, really well in that set.
Well, we featured Caitlin Mueller, the 6-foot senior outside hitter, and had a great first set with 7 kills.
Yeah, you could see her senior standing. You can tell that she was making some really smart choices with the ball. She had little to no errors. I don't know the exact number, but she was playing really smart and positioned the ball really well to help ACU win that set.
Well, ACU as a team, 10 kills. 10 of their 25 points come off of kills, just 5 attack errors. So a good hitting percentage of 161 in that first set compared to McNeese. McNeese at 0-26. They did have 10 kills, but also 9 errors in 38 attempts. And really the service errors haunted McNeese as well. 5 service errors, 5 free points for ACU, courtesy of the service errors. But we reset. We'll start set number 2. And McNeese will serve here as we get set number 2 underway. Wildcats the first chance to attack. Good pass and a good set. Kill by Bozier is blocked, and then nobody in the back row, but the shot goes long out of the back row, so ACU will get the point. Well, ACU fortunate there that the back row defenders had crept up to the 10-foot line. Nobody was back deep, but the shot by McNeese goes long. So ACU an early 1-0 lead. Now here's an attack at the net, and I believe the ball was down on McNeese's side, and it was.
Really good anticipation there by Brayden Mosher. She was able to read the ball, just as a freshman, able to read the ball and anticipate the pass going over and just having her hands there and ready.
There's another dig and another chance for a point. An attack from the back row, blocked by the Cowgirls. ACU another chance. They'll go the right side this time. Deflected but down on the McNeese side. It's 3 consecutive points to start set number 2. That was Lindsey Toney, the 6-foot junior outside hitter. Able to get into the scoring column.
Looks like ACU starting to basically picking up where they left off in the last set.
That's 7 straight points dating back to set number 1. Now here's a kill that will put an end to it. Good kill there by the Cowgirls on the left side of the floor. Again, McNeese comes in 2-0 on the young season. Dove straight into conference play. No non-conference schedule this year. Of course, moving from the fall into the spring. There's an attack by ACU, and tough angle there. Can't get it over the net, and McNeese 2 straight points. ACU comes in 2-2, the record. They were fortunate to get 2 non-conference games versus UT Arlington and split those 2 games with UT Arlington. And since ACU has gone 1-1 in Southland play as well. So here's a kill on the near side, and that's down. Kate Blassingame with another kill. ACU leads 4-2.
Yeah, really good for ACU there to be able to. You could see McNeese maybe trying to pick up a little bit of steam, but really great hit there by Blassingame to stop that little bit of momentum that was starting to build.
That is her first kill of the afternoon, and an ACU 4-2 lead. There's Alexis Vaughn in to serve, the 5'6" freshman, defensive specialist. McNeese on the attack. No power on that kill shot. ACU with a chance, blocked, but a second chance coming from the back row. This one dropped right in the middle of the McNeese defense. Great shot. Shot is down. And the Wildcats extend their lead out on a great play here from the back row.
That was a really smart shot by Mueller there. She was able to just see that wide open spot in McNeese's defense and was able to use that to her advantage.
It goes as a kill, and her 8th kill here of the afternoon. Now ACU has trouble digging that one out, and they'll lose that one on the near side. On the floor for McNeese, Caitlin Chirac is on the floor. Gleck is still out there, the 6'3" junior. And McNeese will serve here down 5-3 and down a set 1-0. Serve goes out, another service error. 6th service error of the afternoon for the Cowgirls.
6 service errors versus ACU 0 is quite a hefty stat there. So if McNeese even wants to have a chance to win this game, they really need to cut down on those serving errors.
It's an early double-up 6-3 lead here for the Wildcats. So here's a serve. Logan Browning with the serve. Another great dig from the back row. That was Browning. Mueller will put it deep on the McNeese side. Here the Cowgirls on the attack, blocked but down on the ACU side. McNeese will get the point, make it 6-4.
Yeah, if ACU there, if they had maybe just pressed a little bit more on that block there, that block might have gone their way, but they did not do that.
So 6-4, McNeese will serve. There's another serve deep. Picked out by Browning. Now the attack, back row again. Guess who it is again? That's right, Caitlin Mueller, another kill from the back row. Boy, she hits so well from the 10-foot line, which if you start in the back row, you have to hit from the back row. And look at that great set, great attack right in the center of the floor. Compliment Sarah Nading on the set as well. Now another point for ACU. They lead 8-4.
Yeah, they're starting to pick up some momentum again, and again, Caitlin Mueller has been a really big part of that. So it's going to be very interesting to keep seeing her play.
Here's an attack, dug out. Browning again. ACU on the attack, near side, and another kill. What a great job by the Wildcats to put that one deep. Sarah Nading, the 5'10" freshman, to Brianna Box, the 6'2" sophomore, who puts it down. It's 9-4 Wildcats. Well, I tell you, the ACU defense has just been phenomenal today. McNeese having a hard time getting kills down. Another dump shot here in the center of the defense. It falls in, and ACU up 10-4.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about ACU's offense, but we definitely need to give some credit to ACU's defense right now. They're getting some really great digs and helping the offense get moving.
Yeah, the rhythm of the McNeese offense is not quite on pace. You can see here another bad pass, and ACU able to steal one right at the net. Yeah, the passing of McNeese right now is just not crisp to their setter to allow a set for a great kill, and ACU's taking advantage. They've got an 11-4 lead here in set number 2. Been that kind of day for ACU. As you can see there, the play at the net. Caitlin Mueller able to put that one down, and the Wildcats in control here, 11-4 in set number 2. Already lead 1-0, and in control here in set number 2. McNeese is on the attack. Another great dig out of the back row for the Wildcats. On the attack again, down the near side, and deflected by McNeese at the net, and then down another point for the Wildcats.
Now, ACU just has all the momentum right now. McNeese needs to do something in order to slow them down if they want to win the set.
ACU hitting 273 on the match. Here's a point for McNeese. 273 on the match, but 538 in this set. 8 kills and 13 attempts, and just 1 error by the offense. 12-5 our score. McNeese back on the service line after the last point. They'll serve from the left side. Here come the Wildcats from the back row. Put deep and deflected, and another point for ACU. I thought that one might go long as I saw it travel over the net, but somebody in the back row for McNeese touched that one to give ACU the point.
Looks like there was a slight miscommunication there for McNeese's defense. They might have not seen it going out, so ACU definitely just used that as to their advantage.
So now 13-5. Here's a kill blocked at the net, and I believe it stayed in. Trying to see a beautiful block at the net, but couldn't tell. No, it must have gone out on the near side. So out back to McNeese and make it 13-6. ACU again on the attack. Great pass there by Browning. Set up in the middle of the floor. That one dug up, but another chance here for the Wildcats. They'll go to the outside. Mueller right down the pipe, right between the 6 Cowgirls on defense. It's another kill. Boy, beautiful set here off the block. There's the bump set, and watch Mueller right down Broadway. Splits the defense. Great job and another kill.
And I mean, there's not much you can really do about that, and ACU just needs to keep on going to Mueller. She's on fire today, so keep on going to her if that's what's working for you.
And here's a good kill by McNeese. Harris went for the dig, but could not get it. And good play there by Laskowski, as well as Shelby Epley, who's on the floor, 6'1" sophomore for the Cowgirls. 14-7. Looks like a football score, but ACU is up and make it 15-7 on another service error. 7th service error by McNeese this afternoon. Free points for ACU, and they'll take them. An 8-point lead. Mueller now with 13 kills already this afternoon. Here's one down, and a good shot by the southpaw for McNeese. That was Shelby Epley, I believe, number 12, with the kill. 15-8.
McNeese really needed that hit there. But, all the momentum's on ACU's side, and they just need to try to serving the ball in because they just keep on hitting it out.
Kaylee Gwynn is on the floor here for the Cowgirls. There's a shot from the back row, dug up. Can the Wildcats keep it alive? Yes, they can. Put it back on the McNeese side. Boy, great defense again for the Wildcats. Now here's a kill blocked at the net, down on the McNeese side. Boy, hustle on the defensive side leads to a second opportunity. Win the point at the net. It's 16-8 ACU.
ACU had such great hustle there. I thought the ball was going on, and I thought the play was about to be dead, but ACU's defense just really picked it up, and they were able to get it to go. And with that hustle, they were able to get a point, which is great for them.
Here's Alexis Vaughn back on the floor, serving, puts it into the deep corner. McNeese able to get a kill on it, but Wildcats able to dig it up. They'll get a chance on the attack. First one blocked. Good job by the Cowgirls. This one just bumped over. McNeese will get their second opportunity to kill. Good quick set, blocked at the net. Play at the net. shot goes out of bounds on the near sideline. It's another point for ACU.
It seems like McNeese here is honestly trying to scramble, trying to get something to work and try to get some sort of offense going. But with their scrambling, they're starting to keep struggling.
It's their 12th attack error this afternoon. It's now 17-8. Here's a dump shot right in the middle of the defense in a great position of the volleyball as it makes its way down for McNeese point.
That was a really great shot by McNeese. Really good read there, being able to anticipate ACU's defense not being there.
So 17-9 now. Wildcats an 8-point lead. Again, in a rally point format, Wildcats really in control. Here's a back set. First kill blocked. Wildcats will get another chance on the near side. Big swing and a big kill. Boy, a great shot across court again into the far corner. That one's down for a point. I believe that was Emily Van Dyke who was able to kill that one. Either she or Brianna Box, might have been Brianna Box able to kill that one. It's 18-9 ACU. That was actually Van Dyke who gets it, her second kill. ACU will serve. Browning to do the honors. Just set into the middle. Great dig again. Now the near side, dropped off into the middle of the floor. McNeese able to pop it up, keep the attack alive. Play at the net. ACU able to win it. And now, I believe a double hit, either a double hit or a net called right at the net, and that'll give the point to McNeese. 18-10 our score, ACU on top.
It's going to be really interesting to see what McNeese is going to do right here. They're down by 8. This set, some people may think this set may be finishing up soon, but let's see if they can make a little bit of a run here.
There's a serve down the near sideline. ACU able to get it. Set into the middle, dug up nicely by the Cowgirls. Now a shot from the back row. That's dug up by Browning in the back row. One of our longest rallies of the afternoon. ACU trying to pop it up, can't do it. Well, a great rally there by both teams. Give McNeese credit. As on the floor, Jaden Kennedy. Harness was on the floor as well, and that one just dropped right in the middle of the floor, courtesy of Kennedy. She'll get credit for that point. And now 18-11. Come the Wildcats. Dump that one over, but McNeese was ready for that one. Now on the far side, and played at the net, outside of the pole, the out-of-bounds pole on the far side of the net. That will go to ACU. They'll get the point, 19-11.
That's another attack error for McNeese. I believe that's 13 on the afternoon, and that's something that you really don't need if you want to be McNeese and trying to get it back into this game.
There's a shot blocked on the near side. And that's Mueller with the block on the near side. Well, a great job, her first block of the afternoon. It's a pretty one. Tried to go right down the sideline. Mueller not fooled, able to get her hands on it and drop that thing straight down. It's what you call a roof, I believe. And she gets one there. And here's the first service error of the afternoon for ACU. They'll lead 20-12. Mueller with 13 kills and 8 digs and a block. Kendall Gleck leads the way for McNeese. She has 7 kills and 15 attempts, also 2 blocks at the net. Jaden Kennedy with 5 kills for the Cowgirls as well. So there's a shot that deflected off of the blockers and down on the McNeese side for another ACU point, 21-12.
That was a really good use of using the blockers' hands to your advantage for ACU, just them not pressing quite enough and then just slamming the ball in their hands and just causing the ball to go way out.
There's McNeese with the attack. ACU able to pop it up. They'll get a chance to put it down. Mueller, this one played at the net, and second shot into the net. And that will go as a point for McNeese. Tell you what, Caitlin Mueller, 14 kills and 21 attempts. That's a .571 hitting percentage. That's a number you don't see very often on the volleyball floor, not that high. That's a tremendous percentage. 2 sets through this thing. Wildcats will attack again. They'll go to the center, and this one's down. And I believe on the kill that time was Braden Bozier. It was. It's 22-13. ACU within 3 points of going up 2-0.
Both Bozier and Mueller are having really great games for the Wildcats. Like you were saying, Mueller with 14, Bozier with 4, but Bozier's been really great on the block and anticipating for the Wildcats.
And here's the serve by Madison Rohr. That hits the net and is down for a service error, 22-15. Now ACU on top. Check that, 22-14. ACU on top. ACU has not been on the floor for 5 days. Their last game was Saturday against A&M Corpus Christi on the road. So good for them to get back on the floor. Here's another kill for ACU, 23-14.
Yeah, ACU just dug that ball out of the net. It looked like it was going to go down, but the ACU's defense, who's been on point all game today, was able to just dig that up and open up for the hit, and ACU definitely used that to their advantage.
Set middle of the floor. Cowgirls will go to the outside. Dug up again. Can the Wildcats get it over? Yes, they can. McNeese another chance to attack. They'll go near side this time. Blocked at the net. Third opportunity for the Cowgirls. Dumped over and a great play by McNeese. Boy, ACU dug the first two up or blocked the first two at the net. They were ready for the third one, but Caitlin Chirac, a nice job, just dumped it over in the middle of the Wildcat defense, anticipating a set. Chirac just drops it over and gets the McNeese point. It's 23-15, make it 24-15 on the service error by the Cowgirls. Set point number 2 coming up for the Wildcats.
That's something you don't need when you're McNeese, because now you're at set point and you had a chance to maybe try to pick up a little bit of momentum heading into the third set, but then just like what seems to be the error for them all afternoon, serving it out.
And Alexis Vaughn will do the honors on set point. McNeese sets it up, they'll get it in. Vaughn now a dig. Play at the net, great set to the near side, back onto the side of McNeese. They'll attack from the far side. Vaughn another dig to the far side. Shot up and out of bounds on the near sideline. That'll keep the set alive here at 24-16. Just tried to go cross court and short on the kill, but goes out of bounds on the near side. It's Lindsey Toney with that attack that goes out of bounds. Another chance for set point here at 24-16. There's a kill blocked on the near side, and that one's down. That was Bozier trying to finish off the set, but a good block by the Cowgirls.
It's important for McNeese right now, even though it looks like they probably won't win the set, to pick up a little bit of momentum in the third set if they want to try to come back at this game. Set
point number 3 here for ACU. They'll have to just play it free ball back over. McNeese a chance to attack. On the near side, this one dug up, popped up, kept alive. McNeese another opportunity. And that one will find its way down. McNeese staying alive here in set number 2. That's 3 straight points. As it was 24-15, 3 straight points will bring us to a timeout. So give McNeese a lot of credit staying in this thing at 24-18. But again, in the rally point situation here, Carrie, an opportunity for ACU. Hey, you can give away a few points when you have a 9-point lead, and you're still in great position to take set number 2.
For sure. It's definitely a really good, buffer to have to get out on a really early run. And, right now they're still up by 6 points. So they can afford to take a little bit of mistakes, but a good call by Coach Mooney there to call in their players, have them relax a little bit, take a deep breath, and finish out this set.
McNeese has actually had more attack opportunities at the net. They've had 72 attacks compared to 64, but the percentage for ACU much, much better for the Wildcats at 219. Here's a look at McNeese's upcoming schedule. Back on the road. Hope they can get there with the conditions, but they'll be in Nacogdoches against Stephen F. Austin, and then back home against Central Arkansas before a trip to Houston and Houston Baptist. 24-18, McNeese will serve. Set point number 4 here of set number 2 for ACU. Crowd up on their feet on the far side here at the Teague Center. Here's the serve, dug up nicely in the back row. And a good set and attack, center of the floor, and that's down. An emphatic exclamation mark on set number 2. It comes courtesy Brianna Box. And watch this, the Wildcats in control of this one, 2-0. They'll win this one 25-18. Back with more after this. And back to the Teague Center at ACU Celebration Hall on the campus of Abilene Christian University. A lot to celebrate. 2 sets into today's contest. ACU leads 2-0. Andy Penny alongside Carrie Johnston. And Carrie, All things going right for the Wildcats, up 2-0.
Yes, the Wildcats are playing great volleyball right now, great defense, great offense, and Caitlin Mueller, the senior, is playing incredible for the Wildcats this afternoon.
The Wildcats really taking care of business, being very efficient. McNeese right now, not so efficient, both service errors and attack errors through those first two sets.
McNeese has 22 unforced errors, meaning errors on serves or errors on hitting. Yeah, and with those 22 errors, ACU obviously has 50 points, so 22 of ACU's points, of their 50 points, are caused by McNeese's unforced errors, and that's something, as a coach, as a player, you really want to try to cut down and control your game.
22 errors for McNeese compared to just 12 for ACU. 10 of those were attack errors, but 25 kills for the Wildcats. A .231 hitting percentage, which is a great hitting percentage through two sets. .294 in that last set. They had 15 kills of their 25 points, just 5 attack errors in those points. As you mentioned, Caitlin Mueller having a great match thus far. 14 kills. She has 9 digs as well and a block. Credit 9 digs as well to Mackenzie Harris, and 11 assists to the setter Sarah Nading, who's having just a phenomenal first two sets as well. All things going right for ACU, but they've got to do it one more time. That's the beauty of volleyball. If you're McNeese, hey, still a lot of volleyball to play. Yeah, we're down 2 sets, but there's not a clock involved. We can come back in this thing, and they'll try to get things started here in set number 3.
Yes, McNeese, they were starting to pick up a little bit of momentum at the end of that second set. They were starting to go out on a run, taking Coach Mooney calling a timeout for ACU to win that set. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how McNeese is going to try to bounce back from those first 2 sets.
Kendall Gleck led the way for the Cowgirls, has 8 kills this afternoon, a .316 hitting percentage, 8 kills in 19 attempts. Also has 3 blocks at the net. Jaden Kennedy with 5 kills and 3 blocks as well. And Caitlin Chirac has 8 assists and 3 for Madison Fontenot as well. 12 digs for Fontenot in the back row. So she's playing well for McNeese defensively with the digs in the back row. But ACU in control, up 2-0. You'll notice the 2 teams this year not trading sides. Of course, traditionally the 2 teams would trade sides after each set, but in the year of COVID and wearing the mask, as you can see Angela Mooney having to do, the 2 teams will just stay on the same side, so you don't have to wipe down the benches and change sides and all that. They'll just stay on the same side. So that's why you'll see ACU again on the right side of the floor working right to left, and McNeese doing the same, going left to right.
Looks like, I'm having our director chime in really quick. It looks like McNeese got a red card. I'm not sure what exactly happened to cause that red card, but let's see if we can find out a little bit more about it.
Well, McNeese is working with the officials to try to get things figured out. That's Caitlin Chirac, the 5'9" senior, who is now talking to Coach Christy Porter, try to get everything situated, and it looks like everything is finally situated. ACU will serve set number 3 with a 1-0 lead after the red card on the board. So now McNeese on the attack. ACU doing the same thing, a great dig, but at the net, McNeese able to get the point. That'll tie us up at 1 point apiece. As there at the net was Lauren Burt, the 6'4" junior for McNeese. Again, you have to be impressed with the way ACU's playing with a young roster, just 1 senior on the roster. That's Mueller. She's the only senior on the roster. McNeese very heavy in upperclassmen, juniors and seniors, but ACU playing right with them. Again with the 2-set lead. McNeese an early lead here at 2-1. They did not lead at all in that second set. And here's a kill on the far side, down for the Wildcats. Down by Lindsay Toney, I believe.
That was a really great pass there by ACU's defense. Again, just playing stellar this afternoon, and then great set by Nading, and then just a beautiful hit from the right side.
Toney's 3rd kill of the afternoon ties us at 2. McNeese coming back, great dig again on the back row, and here's a nice easy point for ACU. Good attempt in the back row by McNeese, but that point is down. I tell you, ACU's defense today has just been absolutely phenomenal. And another good dig on the near side to set up the offense. 3-2 ACU on top. There's a shot deflected at the net. ACU trying to keep it alive, and they will. And a kill shot dug up by the Cowgirls. And actually, I believe we have a net violation here on the Wildcats. Give the point back to McNeese.
Yeah, we have one of ACU's players. I didn't quite get to see the number, but she kind of went under the net a little bit, so I could definitely see why they would call that.
So we're tied at 3. McNeese to serve. And here's another service error. Service error number 9 on the afternoon. Give the Wildcats another point here at 4-3.
Yeah, it looked like McNeese was finally starting to pick up a little bit of momentum, but then, which seems like to be the story of the afternoon, a service error just causes them to lose that point there and possibly lose some momentum they were finally starting to build up.
Here's a kill on the far side, cross court. Great kill there by McNeese. I believe that was Kennedy. Set up on the far side. Look at this, right down the line. Beautiful shot. Great camera angle and camera shot by our crew. As that ball hits the line, stays in. We're tied at 4. McNeese just trying to get on top of one of these games, but have not been able to do it. Here's a nice block, though, at the net for McNeese, and they'll take a 5-4 lead.
They're starting to pick up a little bit of momentum. You can see like the excitement, and they're starting to get up a little bit, and so let's see what's going to happen from here.
That was Kennedy on the block, her 4th of the match. That leads the Cowgirl team. There's a dig in the back row, nicely done. That's Fontenot, the libero in the blue jersey. ACU now on the attack. Good set in the middle, kill, that's down in the back row. Another kill for the Wildcats. It's Brianna Box with the kill. We're tied at 5. You'll see the replay here. Just a good set right in the middle of the floor and a nice kill. ACU's playing it very deep on that back row, and McNeese just not able to pop it up and set up their offense again. Here's a nice kill, though, for the Cowgirls. They'll get it right back and take the 6-5 lead.
It looks like McNeese is starting to get pick up a little bit of steam here, starting to get back into their system. For the past 2 sets, it looks like they've been out of system a lot, but now it seems like they're finally starting to pick up and be back to their normal system.
Here's the serve. Goes deep into the back row. Wildcats will try on the near side. Good attempt there by Van Dyke. And now the shot down again for McNeese. They've got a 7-5 lead. I believe this might be their largest lead of the afternoon at 2 points. ACU really been in control today with a 2-set lead. There's a kill into the back row, and that one's down. Stayed inside the back line for another kill. This one courtesy of Sarah Nading.
Nice deep shot to that left or right corner there. Just reading the McNeese's defense there and just putting it in that corner makes it really hard to get.
Another deep serve. Nice dig. Can the Wildcats keep it alive? Off the Teague Center rafters, and it took a strange deflection, and Browning couldn't play it off the carom of the rafters, and that will keep it on the ACU side and down. There's that kill shot again. Again, we said it was Nading. It was actually Brianna Box. That's Brianna's 3rd kill on the afternoon. Here's the ACU offense, and this one's down on the near side for another point.
They got the little friendly bounce off the top of the net there, but that bounce kind of hit in a spot where McNeese's defense wasn't really standing, so lucky shot by ACU there.
So 8-7, McNeese by 1. Serve down the near sideline. And set too tall over the outstretched hands of Lauren Burt. It's down, an error on McNeese, and that ties us back up at 8.
That's something, honestly, McNeese couldn't really afford right now, especially whenever they're finally starting to pick up a little bit of momentum. Just, they got to make sure not to do that, but
there's a great pass and a great kill by McNeese. I tell you, when McNeese has passed well out of the back row and set up their setters to make a play, they have made a play, and that was a great kill that time. They lead 9-8. Gleck has 8 kills to lead the way. Laskowski has 6. Kennedy has 6 as well for the Cowgirls. Here's kill number 15 for Caitlin Mueller. Boy, she can attack well on that left side. Cross court, she goes from near sideline to far corner. Cross court straight through the defense. She's got that one down for kill number 15.
Yeah. Mueller, I can't stop talking about her because she's been having such an amazing game today. If I were ACU, as much as I can, I would just keep on going to her because she's getting the job done today.
Her hitting percentage is still up over 500 this afternoon. Wildcats a chance to attack here. They'll go to the center of the floor, and it's down on the far sideline. Another great kill. And it was Braden Bozier that time, the 6'2" freshman, able to get the kill. Wildcats on top. And now playing the net, it's Bozier who will get the block. And ACU extends the lead. This is their largest here of set number 3 at 11-9.
One thing about volleyball, I am going to say, it's very much a momentum-based game. And now we were seeing McNeese finally starting to pick up a little bit of momentum, but now ACU starting to pick up a little bit of momentum, and now they're taking the lead.
And here's a ball that hits the out-of-bounds pole on the far side of the net. And now 3 straight points make that 4 straight points for ACU, and they've extended the lead out to 12-9. And again, Carrie, when you get to the middle points of a set, if you can get at arm's length from your opponent, you have a little bit of room for error. Even if they make a nice play or you make an error, you still got a lead. McNeese able to get that point, but still ACU a 12-10 lead.
Yeah, right now is a very critical point for McNeese, not just in the set, but for the entire match. If they let ACU get too far ahead here, they might not have a chance to be able to come back.
They'll go back to the middle. Bozier blocked, but able to pop it back up. ACU will go again, near side. Into the back row. McNeese now a chance. Can just get it back over the net. ACU on the attack. This one will go long and out. Or actually, it was deflected, deflected at the net, which will give ACU the point. It's 13-10. Trying to see who that was on the far side. That was Lindsay Toney with another kill, her 5th. Wildcats pop it up, chance to attack. They'll go into the middle, blocked, popped up, set, now the near side, and this one blocked and a point for the Cowgirls. As it was Van Dyke on the attack, but blocked at the net and down. It's 13-11.
It looks like there was a slight miscommunication there with ACU. It looked like Brianna Box got in the way of Sarah nading there, and that causing a double to happen there.
So 13-11 our score. Good pass, good set. And this one's going to go long and out of bounds by Bozier. 13-12 Wildcats. Haven't seen too many attack errors. ACU not hitting it quite as well here in set number 3 as they have in the first 2. They have 8 kills and 16 attempts, 3 errors as well, so the percentage is still pretty high. And now a point as the Wildcats are in the net. We're back where we started, 13 apiece. These are critical points here for ACU. A young roster, you've got a 2-set lead. You're trying to finish this thing out. Let's see what ACU can do here over the course of the next 10 or 12 points. See how they'll respond. Here's one blocked at the net. And down, McNeese back on top at 14-13.
Looks like McNeese is getting all the momentum here with such a great set like that.
Great block on that far side. I believe that was Burt who had it down. McNeese has the lead. It's 14-13 here in set number 3. Hey, we're back to the Teague Center. I recognize those guys. Paul Hippler, Colton Cole, members of the ACU men's basketball team. Well, they're on a roll, 17-3 on the year. Big win against Houston Baptist last night. They're out supporting their friends here on the volleyball team, trying to finish this out in straight sets. ACU 2-0 lead on McNeese. They've just tied things up here, as you just saw, point number 14. We're tied 14 apiece. Glad you're with us today. Andy Penny alongside Carrie Johnston here for Southland Conference Volleyball on ESPN+. Wildcats will serve. That was Bozier to do the honors. There's a ball played at the net and down on the ACU side. It's a point for McNeese.
McNeese there got we saw something similar to this happen in the first set. Got a little friendly roll off the top of the net and just ACU couldn't get there in time.
So again, now 15-14. And another service error will tie it back up at 15. The 10th service error of the afternoon for McNeese. That's really been the difference here, as you talked about during the break between sets 2 and 3. Just service errors now 10 for McNeese compared to just 2 for ACU. And those are just free points that the Wildcats will take any day and all day. They've had 10 of them given to them today. McNeese now on the attack, far side. And that one popped up, but will not be played. And McNeese another point here at 16-15.
Nice big hit, cross hit from the outside for McNeese. They definitely needed that, especially after that missed serve. So we'll see if they're going to be able to try to pick up some momentum, try to see if they can sneak this set out of ACU's hands.
So Gleck still leads the way. She has 9 kills for McNeese. Laskowski has 7. Kennedy with 7 as well. Here's an attack attempt for ACU, dug up in the back row. McNeese on the attack again, far side. This one will go long and out, but deflection at the net. And the Cowgirls get the point, 17-15. And this is really the first time in the entire match where ACU is now starting to be pressed a little bit as far as in a set. ACU by this point at 15 was in control of those first 2 sets, but now with the service ace, it's 18-15, a 3-point lead for the Cowgirls.
This is definitely a big test for ACU right now. Very young team, like we were talking about earlier. They need to figure something out if they want to try to win the set.
And that's Kaylee Ross, who is serving. She had the service ace at the first ace of the afternoon for the Cowgirls, but gives it right back. It's now 18-16.
Yeah, ACU definitely was bailed out there by that missed serve, so they're going to try to build some momentum here and try to take the set.
Here come the Cowgirls. They'll go the far side, and a great job there on the cross-court attack. The kill for Laskowski. Well, look at this. When they get a good pass out of the back row, look, a perfect set in the middle of the floor, and Laskowski goes to work on the far side into the near corner and put it deep. 19-16, McNeese by 3. ACU dug out by the Cowgirls. They'll attack again, and that one will hit the line. It's in. McNeese has stretched this out to a 4-point lead here in set number 3, trying to get back in this thing, and ACU will call a timeout, and good time here for Coach Mooney to take a timeout.
Yeah, right now McNeese is starting to get all of the momentum, and they're taking control of this set. And definitely smart timeout by Coach Mooney. They're trying to talk to her players, trying to get them their heads back into the game and try to calm them down a little bit to see if they can try to get back into this.
Well, it starts with the defense of the Cowgirls, just to keep the ball alive, and then that one right off the line on the back row. It's the line judge in the back right on top of that one to make that call. So 20-16, and again, Carrie, for the first time today, ACU's being pressed in a set. The first 2 sets went smooth transition. They built a big lead. They had a 6-7-point lead and just carried that all the way out to 25. Now playing from behind for the first time. We'll see how they respond.
Yeah, this is definitely going to test ACU a little bit, trying to see, like, with them having so much momentum and now they're down by 4, it's going to be very interesting to see how ACU is going to respond, especially coming out of this timeout. Wildcats
won the first set 25-16. They won the second set 25-18. So these 20 points here by the Cowgirls, the most points they've had in any of the 3 sets. A 4-point lead and service here from the back row. That's Fontenot to serve. She'll serve it deep. ACU now on the attack. They'll go to the center. Mueller can only get a hand on it. Now McNeese can just put it back over the net. There's a kill attempt on the near side. Mueller dug up. McNeese will attack. Great dig in the back row by the Wildcats. Mueller again, cross court. That one's dug up by Fontenot. Now the Cowgirls, another great dig and a great rally here for these 2 teams. ACU their 4th chance to attack and put it down. Mueller on the near side, cross court, and it's beautiful. Into that back corner again. That is her shot from the near side, right on the pole on the net, to go to the far corner. And she just finds that seam between the defense. A great set to set her up. Set courtesy of Sarah Nading. And Mueller, her 17th kill. It's 20-17. Here comes McNeese right back, and a beautiful kill on their side. And I believe that was Laskowski with the kill. 21-17. And it was. Laskowski leads the way for McNeese now with 11 kills. Many of those here in this 3rd set. ACU still hitting 236 for the match, and still 250 here in set number 3. We'll go back to Mueller on the near side. It's blocked, but out of bounds. Point to ACU.
It looks like McNeese here is finally starting to, like we were talking about at the beginning of the set, finally trying to get back into their system. They're cutting down on their unforced errors, and they're starting to get a little bit of offense here. And ACU hasn't really seen that all afternoon, so it's been very interesting to see how ACU has responded to that.
Cowgirls will go back to the far side. Great dig in the back row. Now popped up. Mueller another chance for a kill, and she'll go again across court into the far corner. It's down for a point. And here, I don't know if you've noticed, but the Wildcats, with one senior on the roster about the last 3 times, have gone right to the senior. Mueller another kill. Kill number 19 now.
And that's what you got to do with ACU, just going to the senior.
And here's a block by the Wildcats, but out of bounds. Cowgirls will get the point. Great attack on the far side. Now 22-19. McNeese closing in on winning set number 3. They'll serve. See if they go back to Mueller. No, they'll go to the middle, and this one's blocked. Bozier with the attempt, blocked by the front row. In that front row, Burt and Gwynn both there to block that one down. Bozier just could not get that one through. The steel curtain, we'll call that, as that one's down for the block. 23-19. McNeese 2 points away from winning set number 3. Here's a block. That one will stay in, and it's down. Back-to-back points with a block. And set point now for the Cowgirls.
McNeese keeps on getting some really good sets on their blocks and being able to set the blocks, and now they're on their way to getting a set point here.
Mueller with a kill attempt. It's out on the far side, and set number 3 goes to the visitor. 25-19. This one will continue. We'll push to set number 4. Wildcats still up 2-1. And back to the Teague Center. The Cowgirls of McNeese have pushed this match to a set number 4. Great third set for McNeese. They beat ACU 25-19 to claim their first set. They'll need 2 more in this best-of-5 set, but the Cowgirls respond down 2-0. They pick up set number 3.
Yeah, it was very important for McNeese to respond because at that point in time, it was just all ACU, just dominating offensively, defensively. So McNeese definitely needed something to start clicking for them, and it just happened to start clicking for that third set.
They end on a 4-0 run, scored the last 4 points of that set. At 15 kills in that, so 15 of their 25 points come courtesy of the offense, and that's huge. They're hitting 200 for the match. ACU's at 211 for the match. Caitlin Mueller for ACU again leads the way, 19 kills for ACU. Bailey Laskowski has 12 kills for McNeese. Kendall Gleck also at 9 for McNeese. 5 apiece for Lindsey Toney and Braden Bozier for the Wildcats. Wildcats will get the first attack here of set number 4. And this one is out. Too long by Mueller. And McNeese an early lead. I would just guess that Mueller will get a whole bunch of swings here in set number 4 as ACU tries to close this one out.
I would say that's a pretty safe prediction.
There's a tough pass, unable to be corralled by the Wildcats, and McNeese off to an early 2-0 start. We talked about how would ACU respond trailing in set number 3. Now how will they respond after falling in set number 3? They have taken 2 sets from McNeese, who had only dropped 1 set in their first 2 matches. So ACU definitely had the better of the Cowgirls early. We see service error number 12 for the Cowgirls to give ACU their first point of set number 4.
It's going to be really important for ACU here, trying to get back in that headspace and back in that rhythm that they found in the first and second set if they really want to try to pull this one out.
Good deflection at the net, allowing ACU to set it up. It's a dump right in the center of the floor, and it falls. It's Caitlin Mueller. It will go as kill number 20. That one's certainly not the velocity we're used to seeing, but she finds the hole, and it all counts the same. We're tied at 2.
That has to be like the 3rd or 4th one hit I've seen right there in that middle in this game, and seems to work for either team who does it.
And now a tough pass for the Cowgirls out of the back row. No chance to set up the offense with a set. And ACU 3 points in a row to take a 3-2 lead. Yeah, when Mueller, you're so used to Mueller just loading that arm up and firing as hard as she can so that back row has to be on their heels, and then she dumps one right in the middle of them. Here's a great block. As that was Bozier at the net to get the block. And now 4-2. So there you see again, Mueller just dumped one in right in the center of the Cowgirl defense.
It looked like she was getting ready to get up and give a big swing like she has been doing from the back row. So really smart choice by Mueller there to just tip the ball over.
Now an attempt down the line by Burt goes long. Long or out on the near side. And it's a 5-2 ACU lead with 5 straight points. They'll serve deep. Good pass this time for the Cowgirls. Now to the near side. Deflected at the net. Chance to attack again. Nice up that time by Fontenot, the libero. Attack on the far side, out on the far side. It's 6 straight points for ACU. And a timeout for McNeese. Christy Porter had to take it. Angela Mooney fired up with her ACU team right in front of us, as it's just a shot out of bounds on this near side camera angle, but far side from where we are. And that's exactly what the Wildcats needed after falling 2-0 to start the set. They've now with 6 straight points. You can see where the Wildcats are headed over the course of the next 2 weeks. They're back here on the home floor, weather permitting. If Lamar can get here, they're scheduled for a 1 p.m. first serve on Saturday, and then Nichols on February 25th, and Stephen F. Austin at the home schedule for the Wildcats over the course of the next 2 weeks. Lamar, Nichols, and SFA. So good just to see volleyball. We hadn't seen volleyball from ACU or the Southland Conference since 2019. We went an entire calendar year, 2020, without any games. Of course, they don't play in the spring. This fall of 2020 got pushed here into the spring of 2021. So it's just good to see the Wildcats on the floor here this season.
Yes, totally. I miss seeing the Wildcats play. I was really excited about this season heading into it. So it's been amazing to see the Wildcats be able to play and play really well, and they've had a really good season so far, and I'm excited to see where the rest of the season will take them.
6-2 the ACU lead, and they have the serve out of the timeout. It's served deep, and a passing error in the back row. 7 points in a row for the Wildcats.
Yeah, ACU just is starting to get a bunch of momentum right now, just making their serves, making sure they have good hits, making sure their defense is ready, and they're definitely using that to their advantage right now.
And now finally the Cowgirls able to break the string of 7 straight points. And they'll get the serve back here at 7-3. There's already 6 attack attempts for McNeese in the set, but just 1 kill out of those 6 attempts. And now here's a ball dumped into the far corner. Nobody home on the back row for the Cowgirls. It's an ACU point.
That was a really smart move there by ACU, just dumping the ball right on that far sideline where nobody from McNeese's defense was there. Just a really smart move there.
Serve into the back row, dug up by Fontenot. ACU trying to keep it alive, and they will. Just need to get this one back over the net to keep it an active point, and they do. McNeese now on the attack, and there's a great kill shot down the line. And that is down for a point, as that was Gleck with her 11th kill of the afternoon.
Yeah, you can't really do much about those big line shots from the right side. They're really hard to defend, and just that turned out in McNeese's favor.
ACU an 8-4 lead. They'll put one deep on the near side. McNeese able to play it, but only able to get it back up over onto the ACU side. Chance for a kill here for the Wildcats. Center of the floor. They'll put this one down. A big-time shot for ACU, as that was Box with her 5th kill of the afternoon. Look at this great set, center of the floor. Box fires up, launches one. One of the more impressive kills of the afternoon for the Wildcats.
Yeah, that was a really great set by Serenading there, and Box was just able to read and see the defense and just put it right where it needed to be. Nading
has 15 assists today as the setter. There's a service error, and it make it 8-5. Check that, 9-5. ACU a 4-point lead. Rohr has 17 assists today. Nading has 15 assists as the setters. Harris leads the way with 15 digs. Mueller has 12 digs as well from the back row to go with her 20 kills. McNeese a chance for the attack, deflected at the net. Now ACU on the attack. near side, cross court, out of bounds on the far side. It was Blassingame who went for the kill, but hit it long on the far sideline.
That one was just barely outside, and now ACU, McNeese is starting to get back into this game a little bit, so ACU needs to maybe try to simmer down a little bit and try to calm themselves down to try to get their lead back again.
Tough play on the pass there. ACU unable to take the serve. It'll go as a service ace. The second ace of the afternoon. Make that the third ace of the afternoon for McNeese. It's 9-7. Now on the attack. That one dug up and dropped on the near side, and another point for McNeese. So after a 7-point run for ACU to build a 7-3 lead, give McNeese a lot of credit. After the timeout, they've put together a little run of their own, and they're just down by 1.
Makes you wonder what Coach Porter said in that huddle.
You mentioned Coach Porter in her first season, still an unblemished record. A lot on the line for her coaching tenure at McNeese. Here's a nice kill. Can the Wildcats keep it alive? Yes, they can. Back in the back row, Browning able to put that one back in play. Now McNeese on the attack again, near side. This one popped up, but unable to be played, as that was Mueller who was able to get a hand on it, but another kill on the near side. I believe that was Gleck again, and it was.
Nice big hit from the right side for McNeese there.
Gleck with 11 kills. Piskowski has 12. Here's a point for the Wildcats, make it 10-9.
Yeah, it looked like McNeese was finally starting to get a lot of momentum there. You were starting to see their players get really excited, but then they just served the ball into the net, and that just feels like that's happened a lot this afternoon.
Their 13th service error. Now on the attack, nice up by Harris, the libero. And give it into the hands of Mueller. She's got kill number 21. But give a lot of credit to Harris, who was able to pop that one up. That all started with defense to offense, and Mueller finishes it off with the kill.
Yeah, really good hustle by ACU's defense there in order to save that.
And here's a ball that is out. Make it 12-9 ACU. So just when McNeese comes back and ties it at 9, ACU goes on a 3-0 run to build a 12-9 lead. McNeese will go back row in the center, dug up by the back row of the Wildcats. Now near side, Mueller. This one's blocked and down on the ACU side.
That was a really good read from McNeese's defense there, being able to anticipate where Mueller was going to go for that ball, probably going for that big cross, but McNeese's blockers there were able to anticipate that and just get their hands right up in that ball.
That's Macy Kerpeck with the block, her second. Jalen Kennedy leads the way with 6 blocks this afternoon. And now a chance to go, tried to go into the far corner was Box, but missed that out of bounds on the far side. 12-11, ACU by 1. Here's a serve that is long and out. Service error number 14, and the Wildcats a 2-point lead at 13-11.
McNeese has 13 serving errors. No, correct. Excuse me, 14 serving errors, and ACU only has 3. I feel like that's one of the biggest difference of this game is McNeese not able to get their serves.
Now here's a passing error on the serve. So back-to-back unforced errors have given ACU 2 points to stretch the lead out to 3. Wildcats 14, McNeese 11. We're in set number 4. The Wildcats win. They'll win the match this afternoon. Here's an attack, popped up, back row, nicely done by Harris. Now ACU a chance to attack. They'll go outside. And this one long by Mueller. Her 8th attack error to 14-12. Timeout on the floor. You can see Mueller here trying to go deep around the back line, but hit it too long and makes it 14-12. So these become, the next few points become really critical here. Again at 14-12, ACU on top. We saw in the first 2 sets they had the lead about this point of each of those sets, and were able to finish that off. But in set number 3, they were behind at this point in the set and could not overcome. So really, this is the critical point in the match. If you can get to 15, 16, 17 with the lead, you got a real high percentage to finish off the set.
One thing that's always really important, I feel like volleyball is a whole huge runs game. Like, it's very important to build a bunch of runs. Like, ACU started to struggle a little bit at the start of this game, but then they went on a, I think, 6-0, 7-0 run to take the lead, and that was really important. Then it's also, I like to visualize volleyball as like a first to 5, like a first to 10, first to 15, first to 20, and sort of like break it down to that. So if ACU keeps on beating McNeese to those marks, not much you can really do to stop them.
And you can see on the scoreboard it was what we thought was 14-12 going to the timeout. It's actually 15-11. So Mueller gets credit for her 22nd kill. I don't know if there was a deflection at the net or what exactly happened, but that last point does go the way of the Wildcats. So they lead 15-11 now out of this timeout with the serve as well. Cowgirls will put it into the deep corner. Now ACU on the attack. Mueller again cross court. This one dug out nicely in the back row. And a good kill from the southpaw. That shot's down by Kirkpatrick, the sophomore. It's 15-12.
Really good move there by McNeese to just come out of that timeout and try to just get ahead, try to get back on track, try to get back into this game. Really smart hit there for McNeese there.
Fontenot will serve for the Cowgirls. Popped up by Harris. They'll go center of the floor and blocked again in the center of the floor by the Cowgirls. That's Lauren Burt able to get the block. Before, just a moment ago, cross-court shot that found its way down. 2 straight points for McNeese, 15-13. One of those little runs you talk about. Now here's a kill by Mueller off of the block attempt down on the McNeese side, 16-13.
Really smart play by Mueller there, using the blocker's hands and just heading right into their hairs because they weren't pressing enough, and off of that block just going out, and there's not really much you can do about to save that ball.
Cowgirls on the attack. Nice up by the Wildcats. Mueller a chance to hit. It's popped up by the Cowgirls in the back row. They'll now attack, and this one's down off the deflection and finds the center hole of the defense. 16-14. ACU by 2. Leskowski with 12 kills. Gleck with 11 kills. Kennedy with 8 kills to lead the way for the Cowgirls. Again, it's been the Caitlin Mueller show for ACU with 23 kills this afternoon. Cowgirls get a chance to swing, blocked at the net. Now ACU will set it up offensively. Mueller on the near side. Try to dump one over, it's blocked by the front row. Now back row dump. And the Cowgirls there again. Good rally going as the Wildcats will set it up. Mueller blocked, nobody in the back row. It's another block for the Cowgirls. They're back within 1 at 16-15.
McNeese is starting to pick up a little bit of steam here, coming out of the timeout, making some really good plays, making some really critical plays to help get them back in this game.
Just a great block there by McNeese, and now another block in the front row. Mueller not able to get a full swing on that attempt. And McNeese right on top of it at the net. We're tied at 16. Again, ACU up 2-1. Mueller popped up again by McNeese. Here's a kill blocked at the net.
That was a big play there, especially for ACU. McNeese was starting to creep back in, and they just tied the game, and ACU needed something to try to break that scoring run, and they got a really great block there, and now they're going to try to expand their lead.
The 5th block of the afternoon. Bozier has 4 blocks. And we're tied at 17 again after the McNeese point. So McNeese to serve. See if the Wildcats can find one of those 3 or 4 point spurts here, but another block at the net. McNeese starting to own the net here. That's another block for Lauren Burt, the 6'4" junior. And about 3 of the last 5 points have come courtesy of the defensive block for McNeese. They now lead at 18-17. There's a shot in the middle. And a hit into the net. Another unforced error by the Cowgirls. Fontenot just could not get that one up over the net, and we're tied at 18.
This set's getting, I don't know about you, but I'm starting to get really excited because we haven't had this a lot this game, a really close, tight set. As we're getting towards the end of it, it's definitely, you can feel the energy starting to build up, and Antique Centers, and it's going to be really great to see where this game goes.
18 all. McNeese on the attack. They'll go near side, blocked. Did it stay in? Nope, went out of bounds. Boy, good block attempt for the Wildcats, but goes out on the near side, making 19-18. We'll see it over there on the far side. Boy, it looked like they had the block. Looked like Brianna Box had the block, but goes out of bounds. And make it a 19-18 game. ACU can only push the ball back onto the Cowgirl side. They'll get to attack again. Shot down the near sideline, out on the near side, and we're tied at 19.
Really good read there by ACU's defense, making sure not to get a ball that. I thought it was personally going to go in, but from my angle, but went out. Really good read by ACU's defense to make sure not to get pass up that ball, and a really good watch on their part.
Coach Angela Mooney talks to her players on the floor. They'll set up their offense with a good serve. Here come the Cowgirls on the attack, and a great cross-court kill by Gleck. That's her 13th. She ties Liskowski as the team leader in kills, and McNeese hits 20 first. It's 20-19. Again, we played a 25 rally point. ACU trying to finish off the match by winning this set number 4. McNeese trying to push to set number 5. Here's a shot deflected by the Cowgirls. It's a point to ACU. So the set number 4 now has become basically a 5-point set.
Yeah, best of 5.
We're tied at 20. Serve goes deep. Bad pass. Be played at the net. McNeese able to get a hand on it, but ACU puts it back on the McNeese side. Now Wildcats with a chance to attack. Mueller near side. Dug out by Fontenot on the back row. ACU will just try to put it deep, but I believe the call was somebody in the net for the Cowgirls.
I believe it was McNeese's setter was in the net. Her shoulder just barely grazed the net, but if you're McNeese right now, you really can't afford that.
So Wildcats with the lead and the serve. Here come the Cowgirls on the attack, and another great kill at the net. That's Kennedy with the kill. And we're tied at 21.
That was a really beautiful play there for McNeese. A nice quick set to the middle, and McNeese's middle hitter was just all over that.
21 apiece. Here come the Wildcats. Mueller will dump it deep. McNeese not really able to attack. Wildcats will get another chance. Back row in the center. Played deep, but Cowgirls able to pop it up. They'll now attack on the near side. And that ball is out on the far side. It's an ACU point, 3 points away from trying to finish this thing out at 22-21.
You can definitely feel the energy starting to build in the Sieg Center right now. This game's just getting closer and closer, and it's now it's a 3-point game for ACU.
Harris with the serve. It's a bad pass in the back row. It's an unforced error by the Cowgirls, and now just 2 points away for ACU to try to finish this thing out. Perfect timing if you're the Wildcats to take a free point. 23-21. Harris to serve again. She'll do it on the left side of the floor. Plays it deep. Good pass this time. Here come the Cowgirls on the attack. Blocked at the net. And it's down. It's match point for ACU.
ACU's starting to get excited. They're so close they can taste it. It's going to be really important to see how ACU's going to play here and try to get this match under their belts.
Match point. 3 straight points to build a 3-point lead. Harris to serve. She'll put it center of the floor. Popped up by Fontenot. Cowgirls cannot get it across the net, and that is how this one ends. ACU 25, McNeese 21. Wildcats win it in 4 sets. Carrie, a great job by you.
Yeah. I would be so happy if I was ACU right now. Such a hard-fought game. They played very well. They were relatively consistent throughout the whole game, and I would just be proud if I was Coach Mooney.
Wildcats 3-2, 2-1 in conference play. For Hutton Harris and the ACU crew and Carrie Johnston, I'm Andy Penny. We'll see you down the road.